All right, Pick Three on the Glass family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Pick Three at a Glance strategy that works for all states. What I'm having here is all 1,000 numbers for Pick Three. Pick Three is the only thing I specialize in because it's the only thing that's trackable, teachable, and doable. I can actually track the 1,000 numbers, like I always say, on the Pick Fours, Pick Five, Pick Sixes. Pick Fours got, what is it, 10,000 numbers. Pick Five, 100,000 numbers. And Pick Six, I don't know. I don't know. I know if it's got more than 100,000 numbers, ain't nothing you can do with it. It's all luck. And here I'm here to teach you how to win Pick Three, and I can't teach luck. But with Pick Three is trackable, teachable, and doable. Simple and easy strategies to use. All right. Now, and it starts with some truths. These 1,000 numbers are random. They're random numbers, and there's no rhyme or reason. There's no tic tac toe, no date sum, no tic tac toe, no grizz, no root sum, no date sum, no tic tac toes, no multiple different workouts and rundowns for you to have to learn. Because reason being, those strategies only show you a fraction of what you need to see. It's like trying to put a whole puzzle together and you're only working with a fraction of the puzzles to put together. Pick Three at a glance strategy, what I did is I assembled 22 numbers and 4 workouts where you can track all 1,000 numbers at a glance and track them on paper. That way you can build a skill set and a strategy to winning your actual 1,000 numbers by tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and knowing what's going on with them. All right? So that's the truth. There's random. These numbers are random. These 1,000 numbers, there's nothing that's going to tell you which one of these 1,000 numbers are going to come the next day. The only option that you have is to track all 1,000 numbers and know what's going on with them. And for the whole year, all you're going to get out of these 1,000 numbers is 365 to come exact. So if you're not tracking all of them, you don't know what all the numbers are doing and what it entails to win. And working with the law of average, what you're doing is tracking the numbers down and lessening the pool of the numbers that you want to play, you need to play each month. That's why I set this sheet up with 1,000 numbers so everybody can see what it takes to win. You can't win just doing a workout and looking for numbers that you think gonna come the next day. You have to have an idea of what number might come the next day out of these 1,000 numbers. That's the Pick Three truths. They're random. There's no rhyme or reason which one of these 1,000 numbers are going to come out, and you'll have an idea of what's coming out unless you're tracking all 1,000 numbers. So to put these 1,000 numbers, I grouped them. I took 22 numbers and made 22 columns, and I grouped all these 1,000 numbers into 22 columns, making it easy for everybody to track their own numbers for their own states. Okay? So this is the idea. This is the truth about Pick 3. Tracking is king. You have to track the 1,000 numbers for your state. All these 1,000 numbers are going to rotate different in all the states. There's no number that brings no number. There's no holidays that bring no numbers. There's no sunny days that bring numbers. There's no rainy days that bring numbers. There's no rainy days that bring numbers. I know everybody have their lucky numbers to play, and you know, I used to do that, but I have one number that 3 numbers in Missouri ain't hit in 16 years. So if you've been playing that number, you've been losing on it, and for 16 years. And that's that 160, and that could be a birthday number people playing, but I'm talking about exact like that 160 574 192. The 160 just came. I hit it because I knew why I was playing it and the best time to play it and how to play it. Okay? No guessing, because I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And if you're going to get in the winner's circle and know why you're winning, you're going to have a system to track all 1,000 numbers. One sheet with all 1,000 numbers. And that's just to demonstrate the probability of you hitting if you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Okay? So you're only going to get a third of these 1,000 numbers to come exact. 1 year you might get this third. I'm assuming, just saying for this third. The next year you'll only get this third. Then the next year you only get this third. And then it could take really 4 years for all these 1,000 numbers to rotate and come exact like they are on this sheet. You have to get that down. You have to get that in your head. If you don't, you're going to be playing a loser's game all the time you're playing if you're a serious player. Okay? And you want to win and get in the winner's circle. Now, here, I'm going to... These are the 22 numbers that I took. And I made 22 columns out of these 22 numbers. And I consolidated all those 1,000 numbers where they're easy to track and easy to follow. All right? So, if you want to screenshot this, you can. The singles, these are the single numbers here. 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. Those 12 numbers, I call these base numbers, to make 12 columns on the singles, where I got 720 of those numbers are the 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations with these 12 columns here. Then I did the same thing with the doubles. I took these numbers. I did 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, 000, 011, 022, 033, and 044. And when I did with those, I did the 111 rundown on them and made the 10 columns. That gives you each one of these numbers comes 6 different ways. That gave me, each column represents 60 numbers. That's how you get to 720. The doubles only can come 3 different ways. Each column represents 30 numbers. The triples can only come 1 way. So 30 times 9 give you 270 numbers that you look at a glance. And then the triples only come one way, which is only 10 in them. So you got the 270, the 720, the 270 gives you 990 numbers, and then the triples only come one way is 10. So that's 1 in 1,000 odds that you have. Okay? You can screenshot these numbers. And then you do the 1-1 rundown on them. Here. These are the workout sheets. I'll have my email and the phone number where you can email me if you want the workout sheets. We're going to get into the workout sheets now. I'll PDF them to you through the email, and you can print out copies of them so you can use them. All right. So here you have, like I said, the numbers that I called out with the 12. I made 12 columns. Each one of these columns represents 60 numbers, all at a glance. Once you start tracking, which I'll show you here, how to find the number on the columns. Also here is for the doubles. Like I said, the numbers for the doubles. Right here. And these are called the base numbers. All right. Now, there's some Illinois evening draw. Illinois evening draw. Illinois evening draw. I'll stay specific for Illinois evening draw, but this strategy works for all states. Okay? It works for all states. Illinois evening draw was 144. 144. The winning number that came in yesterday evening on the 29th. All right? You're going to take the 111 rundown, where you're going straight down. When you add it to the winning number that came in, you're going to do a rundown on it. It's the only rundown you have to worry about. Like I said, you don't have to worry about the tic-tac-toe, dates-up, grids, flips, multiple different workouts or rundowns. It's the only workout you're going to have to know. So you're going to take that 1, add to 1, you're going to get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you're going to get 10, but you just use a 0 in lottery math. You draw a line, and 1 to 0, you're going to get 1. Same number at the bottom you got at the top, you add it correctly. Same here, you're going to add 1 to the 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 0. 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. Same number at the bottom, you get at the top. You just add straight down. You're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now what you're looking for out of those base numbers, what column this 144 would be in. All right? And what you're going to find right here out of the base numbers, you'll see that all these base numbers have a 0 in it. All the base numbers have zeros in them. The doubles and the singles. So basically when you do the rundown, you're looking for the numbers with the zeros in them to find out what column it is. So I go down here and I'm looking, I know it ain't the 700. And you'll be able to remember those little 22 numbers. You'll remember them off the bat. And you'll know when you see the base number. It's the 033. Okay? So you're going to go to the column 033 on the doubles. which I have as column on the doubles. I have it as column 9. And you'll find right here, you find the 144 right there. Bam, you're done. Off the column. You know that number came in for the month, you know what column it fell off of. So what you're doing here by this being your monthly sheet, you'll see for the month, I can tell at a glance what numbers fell off what columns and how many times a number hit each one of these columns. Right here. See that? I know what columns they hit for the month. On the singles and on the doubles, same thing. I know what doubles fell for the month and what doubles didn't at a glance on these workout sheets. I'll know what columns hit and what columns didn't hit. All right. Now the objective is, now we're going to be, let's see, the day the 30th to tomorrow the 31st. The objective is I want to know at the end of the month what columns didn't hit, because them the columns I'm going to look at to play into in the next month. Okay, if I see, but when this at the end of on the end of this month, and the 31st, starting the 1st of November, I'm going to highlight what column didn't hit, because that's where I'm going to start playing getting my next numbers from, working with the law of average. See, I didn't lessen the pool by eliminating the columns that have hit and playing the ones that haven't hit. Now, so far, if I can see here, oh my gosh. So far, I know nothing's came off column 5, and something might hit it tomorrow. I know nothing's came off column 6. See, 18 hit. This one hit. Column 8 so far. Nothing's came off column 8 for the month of the straights. Column 9. Okay, column 9 hit twice. Okay. 10. See, I know nothing's come off column 10. And working with the law average. And then I look at 11. We see column 11 hit. And column 12. I see column 12. Something hit out column 12. So I'm looking at 5 and 6. When I win, I ain't going to be trying to play all these numbers. I'm going to the columns that ain't hit yet. Because working with the law average, one of these columns more likely to hit. Now, that don't necessarily mean that could be true, because one of these columns can take 60 to 90 days to hit. But that's cool. Time is on my side, because I always know what the numbers are doing, so I always know what column I'm going to wind up playing when I win. I don't have to do a tic-tac-toe, date sum, grid, flip, mirror, and all that trying to hit these numbers the next day. It's not set up like that. There's no rhyme or reason to all these numbers falling. You don't know what's coming the next day. The only thing you can do is know what the numbers are actually doing in your state. You got to know what the numbers are actually doing in your state. But this is applicable to any state. And when you talk to me and say, well, Terry, I had none come off column 2 in so many months, then I can say, oh, okay, so what numbers are left? Or I can, we can strategize. I can't strategize with you with all the tic-tac-toe, date sums, and patterns they get out there. I can only work with you with real numbers. With real numbers, not numbers that I did a rundown on and guessing on, workout on. All the workouts are guesswork if you don't know what's going on with the actual 1,000 numbers. Every last of them workouts is guesswork if you don't know if you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers to see what they're doing. Same on the doubles. Right here. I can actually know what's going on with the doubles. I can see so far for the month, Nothing fell off column 1 on this double. And double's going to hit less frequently than the straights because you got more of those numbers. You got less on the doubles and only 10 on the triples. That's why it's imperative that you track. Like right here. See, I can see, okay, off the 003 column, a number came off it. Nothing came, okay, the 001 so far this month, nothing. The 002, nothing. 003, nothing. I'm sorry, yeah, 770 hit. 004 so far, nothing. 005 hit, okay. So far, no triples this month. Okay, 7 hit. Some hit off 7. 8, nothing. 9, some hit off 9. And some hit off nothing off 10, okay? Now here, triples, I only play triples at the end of the year. If no triples hit for the whole year. Unless doing my tracking, I see a reason to use triples and play triples. And if I don't see a reason to play triples, I won't play them for the whole year. Triples are the very last numbers I'll decide to play, unless I then tracked to know why to play them, because they don't pay no more and they're harder to hit. I don't invest my money in triples unless I have a reason to hit them. And as I go through and you look at my other videos, I explain how and why and when I play triples. And when I do play triples, I hit the ones I play. Because I don't just play triples to be playing them. I just don't run all the triples to run all the triples. I know what specific triples I'm going to be playing and why I play it. And that's the only way you're going to know how to play triples, is you tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and know what's going on with them without playing all 10 of them every time you play thinking you're going to hit them. And 9 out of 10, they ain't going to show up because they hit less often than all the 1,000 numbers. See here, column 7, I can see, okay, it hit. Column 8 didn't hit for the month. Column 9 didn't hit. I mean, did hit. Okay, it just hit. The 255 and the 144. Okay, column 10, nothing. Okay, so that's the object. This was my first strategy. Strategy number 1, with first putting all the 1,000 numbers in order. Putting all 1,000 numbers in order. So I knew what they were doing at all times in 22 columns. All right. Now, so we did the doubles. We found out what column is in, right? Now what we need to do, we need to look at the pairs. That's strategy number 2. After I think I had this strategy number 1 for a year, I was working it. And then I realized, and this is over 30 years of accumulating data and tracking numbers, that I came up with something I could do on paper. Now, I didn't know calculator. If my phone go out, I ain't stuck or none of that stuff. Or if power go down, I still know what these pick 3 numbers are doing. Even if I don't play, I track. And track the numbers more than you play the numbers. Study the numbers more than you play the numbers. So you'll see what your numbers are actually doing in your state. It's going to be a while to compile that little data and see what's going on with those numbers. That's why people jump on and off their numbers, because they don't know why they're playing the numbers like I used to do. I play my numbers for 30 days, 40 days, 60 days, but I know how to stick to my budget, how to play my budget. My budget is around $3 a day, maybe 4 or 5. You know, depends on how much money I got to spare at that time. I might play $2 a day, like this morning on Illinois. I just played the 7. I really don't play midday and evening, but when I see something, I know that 688 fell on the back end. I know that 768 is a good number that comes pretty frequently. So I know it ain't came that way. So I'm playing 768, $1 straight box, I play 7-6 on the front end and 6-8 on the back end pairs. Okay, so I got that backed up. I got it on the box. I got the front pair, the back pair. Now, if that 7-6 hit on the front, but the 7-6-8 number don't come, then I'm gonna pile up on that 7-6-8 with the $30 they give me, because I know more than likely it's going to follow that whatever that 7-6 front pair, or same on that 6-8 back pair. If either one of those pairs come, I'm still gonna carry my 7-6-8. That's $2. See what I'm saying? You can build strategies and skill sets like that in the information I'm giving you to winning. Okay? Now, same way with pairs. You got to know what's going on with the pairs and the numbers that you plan. These are the single pairs. And I have a front pair and back pair strategy. But this here is single pair. Strategy number 2 is single pairs. So, you know the 144, you have the 14, you got two separate numbers, so you're going to have two pairs. You got the 14, you'll mark off that's already played. You see it played for the month and look like it's the second time or fourth time. I'm in chicken. All I'm really focusing on that the number failed, the pair failed, because I want to eliminate that off my list and see what's left. And then I got the 44. First time this double pair failed all month at a glance. See what I'm saying? Now I know at a glance what I got left for the month. I see that this 01, this double O, and this double 1 pair hasn't failed. I see the 8-8 and the 9-9 pair hasn't failed. All these doubles. At a glance, I know what's going on with all the doubles. I know these didn't fall last month. This 00, see this line underneath here? I see this 00 and 11. Anything with line under it, I know didn't fall in September. And that's powerful. That's why I say that time is on your side when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, because you know what to do with these numbers. Okay? This 01 hasn't hit. This 15 ain't hit. If I'm mistaken, it's going on 2, maybe 3 months, might be going on 90 days. But you'll be able to recognize that too. Let's see what else ain't hit. That's underlined, ain't hit. Okay. Yeah. All right. But see how you can track the pairs, and whatever pairs that don't hit, I transfer them to the next month. Them gonna be the numbers I'm looking at to play and put together my winning numbers, instead of doing the tic-tac-toe, date sum, rundowns, and grids and all that. Because like I said, you don't know nothing that's going on with those numbers if you ain't tracking and know, okay, 00 ain't failed. How would I play this 00? Why would I play it? Because you know it ain't failed in 60 days. Or 90 days. It could take 90 days for a double, 120 days. Like here, in Missouri, the 38 pair didn't fall for 120 days, 28 days. That's why I say time on your side when you're tracking, but if you ain't tracking, time works against you if you try to win. So the 38 pair didn't fall for 128 days. I realized that the 388 and the 338 pair hadn't failed for that year. So that's the number I picked up. You'll know why you picking your numbers up to play. You're not just grabbing numbers off these rundowns to play and not knowing why you even playing them. And then when you lose, not even knowing why you lost. Because I know if a number fall off one of these other columns, I know why I lost. If a number fall anywhere but what I'm playing, I know what column and how to play it next time. Or like if I know that I'm looking at playing a number and I see the column 10 here ain't hit for 3 months, yeah, that's a good bet to play that number. That's a good bet to play anything off column and they ain't hit in 90 days. But if you playing numbers off a column that didn't hit a whole lot already, that it's probably done cooled off. I'm looking for the numbers that ain't played and that are pretty much cold. Working with the law average, that's how you have to do it. Okay. So same way here. Now we have, this is my second strategy, third strategy I came up with. After I came up with tracking the pairs. This is my other strategy here. I did 3 columns. They said single number like 0 to 9, marking off the single number, see what's left. I didn't just want to see what's left. I want to know what position to play that number in if I want to win. And how these here are set up for you to hit the numbers straight, to see how to win straight. Now, 0 to 9 here, okay? I said, okay, I want 3 columns from 0 to 9, and every position the numbers fall in, I'm going to mark off. Okay, like the 144 just filled, I mark off the 1, and here the 4 hit again, and here the 4 hit again here. My objective really, I just mark off this to get an idea of how the numbers are hitting, but my objective is just to see what numbers are left that haven't hit. So for pretty much of the month, I see that the 0 haven't fell in the middle for the whole month. The 1 ain't fell in the middle for the whole month. Okay. And I see on the front, every one of the numbers hit on the front. And every one of the numbers fell on the back. So we got the O1 on the front, and the O on the front, and the O in the middle and the 1 in the middle. See, you can use that. That's valuable information depending on how you want to play your number. If you're playing a number with a 0 in it, you want to make sure, let's say you're playing 0, 1, 2. I'm going to use that number. You want to make sure you play it as 102 or 201. You want to make sure you play that if it's just 50 cents straight, because in Missouri, that's $300. More than likely, that 0 gonna wind up in the middle of your number that you play, anything with a 0 in it. That's why it's imperative that you know what position to play your single number, not just that it's cold. Anybody can tell a number is cold. All you got to do is mark them off like I just did here, 1 column, and see that number didn't play. But where do I play it at? But here I go into the next month, and the 0 ain't played. Then I know how to play it. Same way here in Missouri. 7s did not fall with no, like I'm checking off here, simple strategy, but effective. 7s did not fall in with no number for 2 months. I'm telling you, these numbers, what I say, is no rhyme or reason to how they falling. You can't just guess how they gonna work. You got to know how they working for your state and all states. But this is one way to put everything in an organized manner that can be taught in an organized manner. I can teach anybody this in an hour or less. How to do what I'm doing, I can teach you in an hour. I ain't got no tic-tac-toe. I ain't got no dates up. I ain't got no multiple rundowns. I ain't got no multiple algorithms. I ain't going to tell you to play no certain days, no certain numbers. I can tell you when you call me, we can talk, because we'll be all talking the same language. That's why I don't predict no numbers, so I don't give out no numbers for no states, because that's a waste of your time and my time. The only time that you got is you track the numbers, you call me, we talk, we work together, I do counseling, and we get you on the right track to get in the winner's circle. I don't even do it for Illinois. I don't put no numbers up for Illinois to play. What I do is I show them what I'm playing and why I'm playing them. You might see something I miss with this strategy, and you bang them for thousands of dollars, because you'll see what I missed. And the same works for me. That's why I don't give people numbers. No, don't give your numbers. Because you know, and if you start tracking, you're going to know what is involved, and you're going to know I'm telling you the truth, that there's no rhyme or reason to how these numbers going to fall. You got to know what's going on with 1,000 numbers. Now here. So no 7, so I play 777s, hit them. I mean, just naturally, you're going to know what to do with these numbers if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and working with the law average. You have to cover all your bases on that pick 3 number that you're playing. All the bases. You got to know what's going on with the number. You got to know what's going on with the front, the pair, You got to know what's going on with the single digit to win. And then I got strategy number 4. This is the final strategy here, where I do the front pair, the front, and I do the back. Both of these numbers on top and bottom are the same. Okay? So, the front pair of the 144 is the 1-4. So I'm going to see if the 1-4, yeah, it fell for the year. And I'm looking for the 4-4 on the back. It fell on the back. 4-4 on the back. It fell. I pretty much knew that already from tracking. But my main objective, see, this is for the whole year. What I've tracked from January to now for the whole year. Now, without guessing, I know what numbers are left to play and how I'm going to play them. And for this month, for this year, going to the end of this year, I know the 17 ain't fell on the front for the whole year. I know the 37 ain't fell on the front for the whole year. I know the 50 ain't fell on the front for the whole year. I know the 88 ain't fell on the front for the whole year. So any number I decide to play, I know exactly if I got a 17 where I'm gonna play it, how I'm gonna play it, or 37 or 50 or 88. I know I'm gonna make sure I play them on the front. I don't care how they come, but I'm gonna make sure I play them that way, for sure. If I play another way with them. Then here on the back, I know for sure that 22 ain't failed, that 39 ain't failed, that 42 ain't failed, and 50 ain't failed. Exactly. So if I'm playing 150, and I know that this 50 ain't played on the front, and the 50 ain't played on the back, I'm definitely gonna play it as 501 if I'm playing 150. And where I have the 150, I'll make sure that the 15 falls on the back. Say, let's not say it's 150. I might use a bad number. Let's say it's 510 or 510. Okay, say I'm playing 510. I'm definitely gonna play it as 501, and I'm definitely gonna play it as 150 when I win. See, that's how you build your strategy skill set. You build your system up. If I'm playing a number like 117, a double, 117, I'm definitely gonna play it as 171. I'm gonna play that 17 on the front. Or if I'm playing a number like 37, if I'm playing I'm playing 237, I'm definitely gonna play it as 372. See what I'm saying? That's how you figure out how to hit them straight. You have to figure out how to win straight. You ain't gonna guess on how to win straight. You hear me? You ain't gonna guess on how to win straight. You got to know how to win straight. You got to know why you playing your numbers and how you playing them, and what position they more likely to fall in working with the law average. And I think I had a question about these numbers on top that's in red. That's when I got to Illinois, and I had tracked all the way up to when I got to Illinois was June, and whatever doubles on the front hadn't played, and the not doubles but numbers front pairs hadn't played or back pairs hadn't played. I just wrote up here for my own strategy, my own system of strategizing how to build a system. And then as they came in, I marked them off, and then I narrowed them down on the side here so I can see, okay, it's only 4 left for the whole year. So if I was going to play a number like this, well, a double, I make sure I play 8 on the front if I'm playing a double 8. Instead of playing, say the number I'm playing is 828, I'll make sure I play it as 882. Or if I'm playing, or I'd play triple 8s. Depending if I find out that a double 8 ain't failed for 2 months, I'd be crazy not to play 8 on the front. Or play triple 8s, period. That's how you build a strategy and a skill set. You know? Now, only thing you have to understand is opposites. How these numbers here, each one of these numbers have their opposites, and you have to know what opposites are and how to use the opposites. All right. So I'm gonna demonstrate to you all what opposite numbers are. And I usually do this every video. It might be repetition, but it's good for you to know. And you might, already know and seen it on the videos, but it's good for you to know. I don't use mirrors and I don't use flip because there's too many content creators are using flips and mirrors, and they saying mirrors when they mean flips, and they saying flips when they mean mirrors. And the only thing with the pick three at a glance strategy, all you have to understand is what the opposite numbers are. I call them opposites. I don't even use the term mirrors and flips. Now I might slip up and say a mirror, but I'm gonna say a mirror is gonna really mean opposite. But I'm trying to get away from that. I've been saying it for the last 2.5 years using a mirror. But I realized by everybody else using mirrors and flips and not knowing really what they're saying, I got to get away from that and use for my channel to be stand out differently for people, my subscribers, to understand. I mean opposite numbers. Where the one, see, let me show you again here. When you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, here are these 1,000 numbers. Oops, I think, am I got them upside down? Oops, I hope I didn't have it. The other one's upside down. These opposite 1,000 numbers, this half is opposite of this half. And that's what you need to understand. This half of the 1,000 is opposite of this half of the 1,000. And I'm going to show you here on this here. You take the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the top half of the 1,000 numbers. Like triple zeros to 499. That's the top half of the 1,000 numbers, which is the opposite. And this 500 to 999 is the bottom half. Now on this number graph here, it gives you that and how to understand what the bottom half and the top half of each one of these numbers are down here. So let's say you're going to do a number graph on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And how you get, and they'll call this the mirror system by +5, adding +5 to get these bottom numbers. So you add +5 to the 0, you get 5. +5 to 1, you get 6. +5 to 2, you get 7. +5 to 3, you get 8. +5 to 4, you get 9. Top numbers, bottom numbers. Opposite. These are all opposite each other. 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0. 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1. 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2. 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3. 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. Simple. Now, if you play 0, 1, 2, and the lottery, you'll start noticing, and it's any of the 6 ways it come, and it shows as 5, 6, 7, they just played the exact opposite number of the 1,000 numbers. Or vice versa. If you played the 7, 8, 9, and the lottery played the 2, 3, 4, they just played the exact opposite top number of the 1,000 numbers. See these numbers up here. If you played the 5, 5, 1, and the lottery played 006, which is 600, they played the exact opposite number of the 1,000 numbers. And if you played triple zeros and the lottery played triple fives, they just played the exact opposite number of the 1,000 numbers. See, starting number 000, bottom triple five, 555. 0 out of 5, 5 out of 0. 1 out of 6, 6 out of 1. 2 out of 7, 7 out of 2. 3 out of 8, 8 out of 3. 4 out of 9, 9 out of 4. Okay? Now, let's see. So the beauty of the 1-1 rundown, only the 1-1-1 rundown, and I'll show you here in a minute with the double one that came in. It gives you all the opposites in the rundown. That's why I use it. It don't give you a whole bunch of different weird numbers that you come up with and try to figure nothing out with. It's everything is numerical order. Like right here, you see this number that I did the 1-1 rundown on? That 111? That's what they call it, whatever they call it, 317, 369. They can make a rundown. Let me see. Yeah, and they can make a rundown out of any of these 1,000 numbers they choose to make a rundown out of. And then you're supposed to try to figure out what numbers coming in next day. They can make a rundown out of any of these, except for I think triple zeros. All you're going to get is triples. So, but they can do a rundown out of any of these 1,000 numbers. And you're supposed to figure out what number coming the next day, or the next couple of days, next 10 days, next 8 days. Like I say, numbers don't bring numbers. Numbers don't follow numbers. Numbers do not travel. You have to know what's going on in your state with your numbers. It's your baby. You have to play your baby, not everybody else's baby, and win. It's your baby. You have to play it and know what's going on with your baby. You ain't giving nobody else to raise your baby. You need to know what's going on with your baby. And your state and your numbers is your baby. Now here. See this 144? Opposite number is 699. See, there it is. See this 255? The opposite of it is 700. There it is. The 366, the opposite of it is 811. There it is. The 477, opposite of it is 922. There it is. And 922, there it is. And then the 033 is the 588. All opposite numbers of each other. That's why I use it, because it's in numerical order and you can do something with it. You ain't got to do a lot of strategy and guessing. There's no guesswork on this. It's studying on this and winning on this. Now here, every one of these columns is in numerical order and has its opposite along with it. Okay? Every one of them. Every column. Let's go with, I already showed you the 144 that came in and how all the opposites. Same way here. Any of these columns, the 011, the 018. I do the middle of it so hopefully you can see the middle column. 018. Okay, I'm sure you can tell me what that would be. That'd be 563, right? There your 563 is. The 129 would be 674. This should be able to jump right out your head, 674. The 230 is 785. You should know that right out your head. Any of these numbers, they opposite each other. The 341 is 896, right out your head. Then the 452 is the 907, right out your head. Once you get there, each one of these columns. Now the significance of this is, if you got a column that you know ain't hit in 60 to 90 days, and you go to play just that column, you want to see what number and its opposite did not fall for that same amount of time. Like let's say that the 018 and the 563 ain't fail. You're going to play both of those. And then it could be 4. Now, most I've seen is maybe 4 in that length of time and through the year is, say this 018 and this 129. You're going to play both the opposites, the 563 and the 674. You'll play those. See what I'm saying? If a number, any number and its opposite ain't played, the law of average is on your side of those numbers coming in, or one of them at least coming in. Okay? And so for Illinois, I can show you what I'm looking at playing and how I play. Just what I showed you. I went back for the year And I found what numbers and the opposites that I think are hot and still out there. This is my hot sheet for Illinois evening draw. Just evening. It might come midday. Now, if you want to flow around with them for midday, but I really wouldn't because ain't nothing being tracked. Ain't no knowledge on them. But all these numbers are the numbers and the opposites. And here, these are hit already. This hit already. This 340, this 895, they opposite. This 128, this 673, opposite. 137,682, opposite. This 037 and this 582, opposite. Those are good bets. Here's doubles that ain't failed for the year yet. Evening draw. These doubles and their opposites ain't failed. And I put them together like that purposely so I know at a glance what double set and opposite set ain't played. Them the hot ones. Them all the ones I'll be looking at. When I win, these are the numbers I'm investing in or whatever else I do while I'm tracking. But I know for sure this is my bucket list of numbers that I'm going to play when I win. I ain't guessing. I don't have to do another tic-tac-toe date some grid or flip in my life. Once I line up what's going on with these numbers. Now, there is some work you're going to have to do. Once you get it down or you get the sheets. You got to do like me, but it won't take long. But it depends on what you want, how determined you are to stop guessing and thinking and think you know and you don't know, and get in the winner's circle. See all these here? When I came over to Illinois, I'm from Missouri. I came over to Illinois, and I do that no matter where I go, any state. I'll take one of these sheets, one of the monthly sheets with strategy number 1, doing the singles and the doubles. That's all I worry about. Because I want to know what numbers ain't failed. I want to eliminate that off the column. So when I start my sheet, I got an idea of what numbers and how they rolling or what I'm going to play that ain't played the previous year. So when I got to Illinois, see everything in pink here? I highlighted that had failed for 2023. Then whatever numbers hadn't failed are my numbers that I picked to play to win. I went back for a year. I don't mess with 2, strategy 2 or 3 for that. And here's the doubles. I went back for it. So once you do that, it's all smooth sailing after that. You can keep up. Same here. See, I did the same for the doubles for the year. Now I got to mark this 044 off. And then 255. I got to remember that, but because they did come. That's for the year. And what I do is I keep track of the year, and then I'll know what numbers haven't failed. And whatever, see, I'll go back at the end of the year and recheck all these numbers and make sure the data is right, which 9 out of 10, 90%, 99.9% of them going to be right, because I'm doing it transparent, the numbers every day with my summary sheet. This is the yearly summary sheet here, my summary sheet. I keep it up. I just transfer the information from my monthly sheet here onto my yearly sheet. Just the numbers, I don't try to keep up with the pairs and stuff. Just the numbers, the actual pick 3 number. I transfer that data to the annual sheet. So at a glance, I know what numbers haven't failed off what column. And that's it pretty much in a nutshell. And then here, I have this sheet. I probably would do the front pair, back pair sheet too, because you're going to see some stuff that's going to stick out that you'll never see with the others. You might see, if you go back to your state, you might see that double zeros on the front and back ain't hit for the whole year. See, this is pretty much what I look for. I look for any of these doubles that ain't hit for the year on the front and the back. and I know that non-triple fail for the whole year, then I know where to get my triples from. Triple if double zero on the front and double zero on the back ain't here fail, that's my triple. If double ones on the front, double ones on the back ain't fail, that's the triple I'm playing. If double twos on the front, double twos on the back ain't fail, that's my doubles I'm playing triple twos or threes or fours or fives or six or seven, eights or nines. I ain't guessing them. That's how you win them. You don't have to guess, especially on triples, because I don't really invest a lot in triples unless I see something. But definitely at the end of the year, if no triple, hey, I love when a triple don't fall near the end of the year. I be hoping they don't fall, because you on average you only gonna get three exact numbers out of 10 every year. If you play 10 numbers on average, you only gonna get three of them to come exact. If you play for the whole year, that's what you got to understand. And the same principle works with triples. Out of any of those, if you play 10 triples for the whole year on average, every year you'll only get three of them. On average. If you played every year for the next 10 years, on average, it'll average out to only you'll get three per year if you get one at all for the whole year. Missouri on evening draw in 2023 only played triple zeros on evening for the whole year. Now, guess what? All the money people lost playing triples on evening for the whole year, and they only got one. Because most people always play all the triples when they play them. And that's why you'll find out that the states make a killing on people playing triples, because you'll find out that when they do play triples, a lot of people hit them because so many people play them every day thinking they're going to come and win. But they don't pay nothing. And it's hard for you to, they be helping everybody play triples. They love it when you play triples. Like I say, the only way I play triples is what I showed you. And no triple that fail all the way up, because I know by law average, at the end of that year, my best years are November, December, and January. Because I transfer all the numbers that didn't hit over to the next year, and the next one to the next year. 2023 to 2024, 24 to 2025, 25 to 2026. That's how you do it. Working with the law average, so you can see what's going on with those numbers. And I only do midday or I only do evening. I track evening from midday and separate from midday and different from evening. And midday numbers don't bring evening numbers, and evening numbers don't bring midday numbers. All these 1,000 numbers run different on every draw, and midday and evening. Now they cross paths, but they don't. The whole workout pattern of these 1,000 numbers ain't the same. They ain't the same. Ain't no tic tac. None of that stuff unless you tracking these 1,000 numbers. You playing for luck and playing losers game, and I can explain it in an hour, and you'll be able to talk to me. We'll be able to communicate on the same level. When you ask me questions, I can tell you to help you enhance your winning using the picture at a glance strategy. And like I say, I don't do numbers for states or state specific, Illinois, evening draw, because like I said, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I ain't getting you no numbers, so when you see me, you ain't played it for 15 days, 15, whatever they pay you or you charge, you're going to be hitting me in my eye. I want, when you play the picture at a glance strategy, you grab me and hug and kiss me. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So that's what I want for everybody, to get everybody in the winning circle. And we can do it if you track the actual 1,000 numbers for your state. And like I always say, bless the channel as the channel blesses you. And people have been blessing me because it works. So like I say, family, play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town. And OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent. Stick with your budget. These numbers ain't going nowhere. Practice more than you play. When you get it down, you're going to hit better. And you're going to feel better. Because you're going to know what's going on with the numbers for your state. Because I ain't going to tell you what's going on for your state. You got to been and done the work, and then I can tell you. and I feel good about telling you, but I ain't gonna keep track of all these numbers for all these states and say, okay, a number following numbers traveling and tell you to play it. There's nowhere in the world that you're gonna know what's going on with no traveling number if you ain't tracking your own numbers for your own state. Or I ain't gonna tell you to play no number because it played midday. I used to do all this stuff, y'all. I did. Nope. You'll realize you have to put the wood in to get the fire out. You ain't willing to do that, you're gonna be, you know, I guess you'll be cold. All right, I'm done. Flip to the kill 'em, y'all, and happy winnings.